Divorce is sadly at an all-time high, and it can sometimes be easier to find a man or a woman who have been divorced or separated from their spouses than to find couples who have been happily married for 20-something years. Just like every regular relationship has issues, the same applies to marriages. No marriage is perfect. In fact, you're bound to find obstacles along the way. Hence why they say, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. But unlike a relationship, you're more likely to want your marriage to work, staying committed to your vows. I wish I could say there's a clear-cut way to save a marriage that is at risk of falling apart, but unfortunately there isn't. However, any successful marriage takes hard work from both sides to fix. Perhaps some of these questions will give you a clear path on how to solve any issues you may have. Question 1. How deep do the issues lie? There are a number of things which could result in the dissolution of a marriage. There could be infidelity, financial strains, a severe health condition, or a death in the family. These are all things that could change people who are in a marriage. Before acknowledging the things that make you unhappy in the marriage, you need to realize what's keeping you in it. Do you have kids together? Are you planning to have kids in the future? How well has your spouse been supportive of you throughout your marriage? These are the types of questions you both need to ask yourselves. And in the case of a possible divorce, you need to seek the help of a professional outsider. This is someone who will have an unbiased opinion and can clearly assess the issues you two have. Once you understand what those issues are, you need to ask yourself if these are the things you can forgive or change. Instead of putting our guards up, there needs to be open and honest communication happening. You both need to come to a consensus as to whether or not you want to move on together or apart. Question 2. Who are you outside of this marriage, and who do you want to be? Sometimes what you originally thought you wanted in a marriage ends up changing. This is because the person who you were when you first got married has changed. We are built to evolve. With that in mind, both of you need to grow and change together. You should continue trying to find more about yourself inside and outside the marriage. You should never let your spouse define who you are and what type of success you'll have. Your partner should be willing to accept the goals you have for yourself and be willing to help you reach them, and vice versa. Question 3. Are you willing to change? If you keep doing the same thing and expecting the same result, that's the definition of insanity. So any type of solution involves some type of change. When it comes to solving a problem that may be affecting your marriage, you have to ask yourself if you're willing and ready to change. It takes a true character to admit responsibility for your actions and admit your faults. We are all human, so no one is perfect. Recognizing how your actions affect the problems in hand can bring you one step closer to the solution. Marriages are supposed to be everlasting. Just because it's easier to get a divorce, it doesn't mean it's the best policy. A successful marriage takes real hard work and commitment from both of you. But when you remain dedicated and positive to its success, you will reap so many fulfilling rewards.